How's it going, everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula. I hope you're having a good day, and welcome to another Pokemon GO video. Okay, so we just got the announcement for what the next Community Day Classic is going to be, and it is going to feature none other than Swinub. Now, this is something that should have been really exciting for the Pokemon GO community, but unfortunately, because of a lot of the drama that's currently going on with Niantic, a lot of players are not really hyped up at all for this Community Day Classic. I'm going to be talking about all of this in today's video, so let's roll the intro and get right into it. Alright, let's dive right into it. So, the next Community Day Classic is going to feature none other than Swinub. This is, of course, one of the first Community Days that we ever got, and the impact that Mamoswine has had in the game has been felt for the past several years. On top of being one of the best ice types in the game for raid battles, it is also a really good Pokemon for the Master League and Master Premier League. So, naturally, a lot of players would have wanted a new Swinub Community Day, mainly because of how relevant this Pokemon is. On Saturday, April 29th from 2 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. local time, we're going to have this event. Now, for every Piloswine that you evolve into Mamoswine, it's going to gain the exclusive move Ancient Power. This is the same move that it got the first time around, and to be honest with you, it's not necessarily a powerful move for this particular Pokemon. The ideal moves that you will want for Mamoswine are actually going to be Powder Snow and Avalanche, and of course, if you want to go the ground type route, then it's going to do a lot better with high horsepower. So yeah, Ancient Power really doesn't have a fit for Mamoswine, but if you are more of a collector and you want a really powerful Pokemon with an exclusive move, then yes, Ancient Power will actually be useful then. Now, unlike the first time we had a Swinub Community Day, there's going to be some modern features that's going to be included in this particular Community Day. For example, there's going to be the $1 purchasable ticket, which in and of itself is not necessarily that important, but a lot of people find value out of it considering that you do get extra spawns and you do get a handful of premium items. So if you're willing to spend money in the game, which right now I highly suggest you don't, you will get your money's worth out of this ticket. So yeah, now that we have this announcement, let's talk about how the community is responding to this particular Community Day. So a lot of players should be excited for this, considering that Mamoswine is one of the most relevant Pokemon in the game, and there's not many Pokemon that can match it for what it does. But a lot of players are not necessarily hyped up at all for this Community Day Classic. I think one of the big reasons for that is, of course, because of Niantic's silence on the Heroes Niantic movement. I think that has drawn a lot of players away from Pokemon GO, and you know, it's been a common occurrence for the last week that anytime Niantic announces anything on social media, the replies are just filled up with players just voicing their dismay that Niantic has not yet addressed the Heroes Niantic movement. So if Niantic wants to build hype for Pokemon GO, then they need to address these things before they make any kind of announcements. Like I said, this is kind of like a huge missed opportunity because Mamoswine is one of those Pokemon that a lot of players were looking forward to in terms of Community Day Classics. But it seems to be going over the community's head, mainly because people are more interested in whether or not Niantic is going to respond to the Heroes Niantic controversies that they've been facing for the last 2 weeks. I mean, honestly, it's extremely frustrating because a lot of players really want Niantic to at least acknowledge their concerns, but they haven't been doing that. Now, unfortunately, there's been a lot of infighting and a lot of drama within the Pokemon GO community as of late. Over on Twitter, I've started to see a lot of content creators start bashing each other and start going against each other, mainly because they fall on different sides of this whole issue. And I can understand if you have your opinions, but I feel like when it comes to this whole situation, I really don't like when players are trying to go against other players who have a different opinion, because yes, there's going to be people out there who do not necessarily care about the remote raid pass nerf, but there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be very passionate about it. Honestly, for us as a community right now, I think the best course of action that we could do is to just speak with our wallets. Like, if you're very unhappy with some of the decisions that Niantic has been making recently, then don't open up the game. Like, resist the urges of FOMO. Just don't open the game at all, and don't provide them any location data. And of course, don't buy anything in the Poké Shop as well. I think it's a very important time right now as the Pokemon GO community that we either boycott the game and look for change, or we just try to move on and find a different game for us to enjoy. Because as of right now, I just don't think Niantic gets it. Like, I made countless videos talking about all of the different issues right now, and it just seems like it's all falling on deaf ears. And as Niantic continues to make these announcements, they're just creating more of a divide between themselves and the Pokemon Go community. So I really do not know where this is going to end. I do not know if Niantic is ever going to recover from this, but I think it's really disappointing that they announced something really hyped up like a Mamoswine Community Day, and a lot of players are not even caring about it. So yeah, I think that's a very bad sign regarding this future state of Pokemon Go. If Niantic were to do something extremely cool for Pokemon Go, I don't even think players will care about it because of the current state of the game. So yeah, that's kind of the unfortunate reality with the game right now. I really hope Niantic can bounce back, but I really think if they want to do that, it's going to be up to them regarding how they're going to address this Heroes Niantic movement. It's going to be close to about 2 weeks since this hashtag was trending, and I really hope Niantic comes up with a response really soon. I don't even care if they just double down on their decisions and try to make it up to the community another way. I just want them to acknowledge our frustrations and actually be intentional about trying to address these issues in a very calm and collected manner. Because as of right now, them just simply ignoring the community is just going off really badly. So yeah, in any case, yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you're hyped up for Swinub Community Day Classic, definitely share why down below. I myself am not necessarily going to care too much about this. I already have a lot of high IV Mamoswines that I've been using very frequently, and I don't necessarily need to get more, so yeah, for me, myself, I have no reason to actually go hard on this Community Day. Maybe for the Stardust, but even then, I don't really need Stardust at the moment, so yeah, it is what it is, but let me know your thoughts regarding this event down below. And if you ended up enjoying this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support my channel in any way, big or small, then do consider checking out the links in the description below. For all my patrons, they get a permanent spot on my in-game friends list. So if you want to interact with me in some way, like with remote raids or the friendship meter, then definitely go and check out my Patreon. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'm Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.